Hello boys and girls, and welcome back. This week we are going to be creating some snowflakes, and we're going to add patterns to our snowflakes. It is winter time, and I really enjoy thinking about how cold it is, and what I'd like to see are some snowflakes falling from the sky. So sometimes that doesn't happen here in Austin, but that doesn't stop us. We can make our own. So you will need some materials. You'll need a piece of paper, some glue. You can use a bottle of glue, or you can use a glue stick. Doesn't matter which one you use. You'll need some scissors. You'll need some markers. And if you want to glue some objects on top to create a pattern, you can. I have these little poofs. You can use these little sequins if you have them. You can use some string that you cut up into little pieces and stick that on. Anything that you have. You can use some beads, or you can use some buttons. I also have these little googly eyes that I could use to add to create a pattern. Any material that you have that you want to add on top, you are welcome to do that. So we're going to start off by cutting our paper into long strips. So I'm going to take my piece of paper. I'm going to make sure I'm being safe. I'm placing my thumb in the circle and my fingers in the long hole, making sure that the blade is pointed away from us. My hand is on the other side. I'm going to open and close all the way in order to cut out long strips of this paper. So I'm going to cut all the way down, big cuts all the way down. It doesn't have to be a perfect straight line. You just want it to be as straight as you can make it. Next one, cutting some long strips. Sometimes it gets stuck on my hand, and I just make sure that I move the scissors around so that it's back on top of my hand and I can place it to the side. Okay, next one. We're gonna need 6 strips of paper. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And we don't have to cut this last one because it's already made for us. So I have my 6 pieces of paper. And the first thing that I want to do is decorate it. I'm gonna decorate each strip with some markers. You can use crayons, you can use paint if you have it, but I'm just gonna create little details. So I can do a pattern that's a circle, like a green circle, and maybe then a pink triangle. And I'm gonna put the top on the bottom so that I don't have to close it and open it every time. So then what would come next? So we have a green circle, pink triangle, 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 and last, green circle. So I created a pattern using 2 colors and some shapes. So you're welcome to do that. You can also color in the whole area. So let's say I just drew a line across there, and then I color in that whole area with my marker or my crayon, whatever you're using. And then I can make a new pattern and add purple. And I can color it all the way in. And I can do that pattern all the way down. And instead of just doing shapes, I have the whole area colored in. So that's another way that we can make patterns. Okay. Another way could be just different kinds of lines. So we could do some squiggly lines. And then we could do, using a different color for a different pattern, some horizontal lines, and then some squiggly lines, and some horizontal lines. So there's lots of different ways that you can create patterns. So I want to see all the different patterns that you can make on each different strip of paper. They can be the same colors or they can be different colors, however you want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and create all my patterns, and I'll see you in just a minute and we'll work on the next part together. All right, now that I have my patterns, I am going to start putting the snowflake together. So we need to choose one piece that's going to stand straight up and down, another piece that is going to go side to side, another piece that's going to go diagonally across, another piece that's going to go the other diagonal across, and we might have 2 extras. So if you didn't like a pattern, or if you messed up, then you can leave those out, and you're just going to use 1, 2, 3, 4. Four pieces of paper to create your snowflake. So if that's the way that you want it, you can do that. If you want to switch it out for a different pattern that you like instead, you can do that. I might put this one under that one so that I can have a full pattern there. And then I'm going to lay it out so that I know exactly where I'm going to glue. And I'm going to take these pieces away, and I'm going to glue right on that pink one. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue. If it's closed, I'm going to twist it open, and I'm going to put just a dot, not a lot, on that little pink. So see how I just made one little dot? And I'm going to place it down and press for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now I'm going to do my next section, the diagonal for one side of my snowflake. And I see that this is right where I want it to go. I want it to go on that little rainbow that I created. So I'm going to put just a dot, and I see that rainbow, and I press it down for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and I'm going to take my last piece, and I see that it's kind of on this diagonal here where the glue is going to go. So I place my dot of glue where that little rainbow is, and press down and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is the beginning of my snowflake. Now I have patterns on here. I can also take some different objects that I talked about earlier and I can glue those on. So if I want like a little pom-pom, I can do just a dot and place it on and press it down. And then I can do a different one to make a new pattern. So I have white, and then I have pink, and then I have white. Press down, and then I'll do one pink in the middle. Press down, and then I'll do white. And then pink. And then white. And then pink. And it's hard to see the pink on the pink, but it's fun. And then white. Then I can do, maybe I can do some little sequin, and I can do, maybe we'll do one on this one. So we'll do a sequin, and then maybe a googly eye. And then a sequin. And a googly eye. And then a sequin. Oops, there's a little feather. If you have some little feathers, you could put those on too. And then a googly eye would go next. On this one. And then a sequin right here, where the green and the pink come together. And then a googly eye. And lastly, a sequin. Now, if I want to, I can add some more to this. If I have some beads, I could put some beads down, maybe a star bead on the star that I created. If I had some buttons, I could glue some buttons on. However you want to create your snowflake. It is your snowflake, it is unique, and it is your creation. So we're creating snowflakes and we're adding patterns, and I hope you enjoy creating your very own snowflake, cutting out the paper safely, make sure that there's someone with you, and then adding the details and the decorations to make it fun and very unique and just for you. I can't wait to see what you create. We'll see you next time.